what's your writing process? You mentioned that there were 4 tracks that you wrote. In the sense of, you know, what's your inspiration, and then how do you connect with that energy when you're writing, and where does it come from?
Well, a lot of times the writing happens now when I have something to write for. In this case, I knew I had this record date. I wanted to compose some things for it that were interesting, that I liked, but were also not too difficult, because I knew there was going to be limited rehearsal time, if any at all. And so it was kind of composing with the musicians in mind. You know, inspiration, I just kind of get the itch to compose. You know, I've always had that. And I don't think of melodies in my head before I write, you know, nothing like that. I just sit down. The minute I touch the piano, it just starts to flow, like one thing to the next, and that's sort of the process.
About writing and composition, you're composing as influenced and is influencing many younger musicians. How do you feel about that? And
well, of course it's nice, you know. I mean, I hear it in people. It's great, you know. It's satisfying, you know, when you feel like your music is reaching people and people want to you know, capture it in some way, and so, you know, it's great. It's a great feeling, you know.
And how do you approach a concert as opposed to going in a studio and doing work as you have on Aliso? How are you preparing for tonight, or is it the same relaxed ambiance?
Well, this is very relaxed because it's basically my usual band, and Zack, not being in the usual band, but he subs a lot, so we know the music inside and out. I don't really have to think about this, you know. It's easy. Like, we have a long history of playing, and it's just. Yeah.
How about producing as opposed to playing and writing? In other words, what does producing for you bring to your musicality and your composing, if it does?
I think it's all part of the same thing. I mean, I listen to music a lot of times in a production way now, for enjoyment, number one, but I listen to it for all those other reasons. And everything, I guess, writing, everything, and soloing, it's this, as I get older, it's like about clarity, and I keep thinking about clarity and getting things down to the nugget, that, you know, and producing is sort of like that, getting the things to the point, making it as clear as possible, and I guess that's the way I think about writing. I don't know if producing influences writing, or it's just the way I think about music in general.
David, so May 13th at l'Astral in Montreal for an ESO. That's great. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. I can hear the guys making noise behind.
Yeah.
I think we'll soon have to shout
They're
to
about
hear
to make
each
a
other.
lot of noise, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.